squad and team news. What's happening?
Fitness to the squad. I think we're good to go, really. Just trying to think off the top of my head. Everybody seems to be more or less available. Obviously, long termers are still out. Aaron is probably he's the one that's going to be long term. I'm waiting to hear, but it looks like he's going to have to get an operation, so it could be up to 6 months.
How would you describe the sort of the mindset of the players at the moment?
Yeah, I think we're in a good place. We're ready for the game. Obviously, it's a massive game for us. We need a result, don't we? So the players are in a good place. We think we've been on a good bit of form. Bit disappointing on Saturday against Dunfermline. We didn't pick up the win. I think on another day we can pick up the 3 points there. Didn't quite happen for us, unfortunately. But hopefully we can pick up the 3 points on Friday night. It's a massive game for us, as you all know.
Is there an edginess because you're at home, and of course, infamously now you've had a terrible at-home record this season?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, our home record's not the best, is it? Edginess, I don't know. I think we're just looking forward to the match, to be honest, yeah. Because we had a really good performance in the last home game against Raith Rovers, didn't we? So I thought we were very good in our last home performance, but unfortunately we didn't pick up the points, which has been crucial. That's the crucial part of it, that we've got to turn our performances into wins. So no, we're looking forward to being at home on Friday.
What do you make of Morton at the moment?
Yeah, well, obviously they're safe now, aren't they? So well done to their manager and their squad. They've got themselves safe. It's been close games since we've played them. Been very close games. So yeah, it'll be the same again, I would think. Just see, obviously they're safe, aren't they? So not quite sure how they're going to come here and turn up. Hopefully they'll, they might see that they're safe, so that motivation might not be there.
Remy is clearly fired up. He's absolutely certain you're going to win on Friday. How confident are you?
I'm confident. Of course I'm confident. I think we've got a good team. We play well. Just got to finish off the chances, really, to be honest. You've got to try and score some goals, So I'm confident enough that we can get a victory on Friday, yeah.
If it doesn't go your way, are you still going to be here next season?
I'll be here, yeah. As far as I'll be doing other people to decide that, but as far as I'm concerned, I've got a 3-year contract. I think it was 3 years, so I'll be here for the 3 years.
Good. And just finally, in terms of the fans, how important are they on Friday?
Yeah, I think fans are always important, aren't they? Especially, the home record's not the best, as you've said, so we need the fans behind us to try and create that atmosphere on the ground. But of course, we've got to try and create that atmosphere ourselves, haven't we? So it's down to us, really, to set the tempo of the game and try and get the fans on board. But of course, yeah, fans are crucial to any football club.
Thank
you. Duncan, obviously confident of getting a win on Friday night, but how frustrating is it for you that a win might not be enough? Your destiny's in other people's hands. Yeah, it just is what it is, isn't it? We've not accumulated enough points, unfortunately, to be in our own hands. I think we've been unlucky at times, but it is what it is. I've just got to try and get the victory on Friday. Of course, it's down to others then to do their turn, really, and drop points. Obviously, Queen's Park have got to drop points, haven't they? So hopefully they do that on Friday, and hopefully Airdrie can get some points off them. What about the team? You've obviously just come in from training. How are they? Are they all G'd up? Remy certainly seems to be, as Ian was saying, fired up for Friday night. Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we're ready for every game. Of course, we're desperate for these 3 points, aren't we? So as we were desperate against Dunfermline and Raith Rovers previously, I've had no problem with the team's motivation, to be honest, since I've been here. They've really trained really well, and they've worked extremely hard in the games. We've just got to somehow try and get over that line, and score some goals and hopefully pick up the 3 points. The home record's been mentioned, but it's got to be an advantage being at home. You must be hoping for a big crowd and the fans to get right behind you as well. Yeah, I think at home you would think it'd be an advantage, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, it's not been the case for us this season because our home record is what it is. It's not been good enough. But I think our last performance at home was very good, probably one of the best of the season. Even though we didn't get the 3 points, if we can mirror that performance, I'll be more than happy. But this time, try and get the ball in the net. Obviously, your plan is that you're going to be here next season. How confident are you that Inverness Thistle will remain a championship side next season? Yeah, I'm confident enough that we can do the business on Friday night.
So that's the main thing for us, is to get the points on Friday night and see where we are then. And our fate's in other people's hands at the moment. But we've just got to do our business, haven't we? Go out there on Friday night, put in a great performance, and try and pick up the points and see where we are.
And just finally, how important is it that at Inverness remain in the Championship? You know, they're big clubs, capital of the Highlands, and important for the club and for the whole of the Highlands as well.
Absolutely, it's very important, isn't it? We're a big club, as you said. We've got a lot of great fans and great people running the club. So no, we've got to do everything we possibly can to stay in the division, and hopefully that will happen on Friday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, there's this other game going on at Hampden while you're playing here on Friday night. How aware, well, are you at the moment, but are you going to be during the game on Friday night of what's happening down at Hampden?
I think the coaching staff will probably let me know as it goes along, but I'll be concentrating on our performance, to be honest with you. And that was the same on Saturday against Dunfermline. I wasn't really aware what was going on at the other match. Obviously I noticed at half time, so it'll probably be the same this time, I would think. So I'll be concentrating on our performance. Of course, if the game goes in, the deeper it goes and the more chance we've got, I can start changing things accordingly.
So it's going to be obviously useful to know where the land's lying, but it's clear that your principal objective is to get the 3 points and just fingers crossed. That's it.
We're just going to go out and win, haven't we? That's the main thing. We're going to go and pick up the 3 points, and then that's it. Then it's down to then the Airdrie to try and take points off of Queen's Park.
I've sometimes wondered just in recent weeks if folk are forgetting that there is the possible safety net after this of playoffs. It's almost as if folk are looking on this last stage being all or nothing, and almost forgetting that it's not relegation if it doesn't go right on Friday night.
No, you're right, but I think that's just the way I do it, is that most will do as a manager. We're just focused on the next game, aren't we? We don't want to get into the playoffs, so we don't. We'll talk about playoffs because we want to make sure that we get it done within the season. And it can still be done. We can win on Friday, and Airdrie can take points off of Queen's Park. Airdrie are a very good team. They've had a great season. They're on a good surface. They're a good possession team. So it'll be tough for Queen's Park. It'll be very tough. It'll be a lot tougher for Queen's Park than it was last week.
So has there been a sort of rule in the dressing room and don't mention the playoffs?
I don't know about any rule, but I think we're just going to concentrate on the game. It's such a big game for us, isn't it? So we're just concentrating on the game on Friday, and that's where our focus is, the game on Friday, to try and get a victory, and fingers crossed that a positive result comes in for Queen's Park.
Final question. There have been a couple of statements from the chairman of the boardroom in the last couple of weeks, about finance. How much extra burden does that put on you, if there's relegation or the threat of it to be considered alongside the existing financial pressures?
Yeah, I think you're aware of it, because of course that would be normal, wouldn't it? If a team is to get relegated to any division, there's financial implications. So I don't think that would be the same for us. It'll be the same for any club, even a club in the Premier League in England. If they were to get relegated, there'd be financial implications. But we're hoping that we can stay in the division, and we're hoping that's going to happen on Friday, and we go for there.
Thank you very much.
You were just speaking about, obviously the situation on Friday, the other matches that are going on round about you. How difficult is that, based on your experience in football, how difficult is it to concentrate on what you're doing on the pitch or from the sidelines when results otherwise can be affecting you?
I don't think it's that difficult, to be honest with you. It's not difficult, no. Not for me. You've got to concentrate on your game. You're concentrating on your game plan. You're concentrating on how your team's set up, and you want to just go and win that game. That's how you channel everything into that. So it's not difficult, no. There'll be decisions that will get made as the game goes on, obviously, because whatever's happening in the other game, tactical setups and substitutions, depending on how what we've got to do in the game. But no, it's not difficult.
Were there situations as a player where you were kind of, you see it on TV quite a lot, kind of depending on the fans' reaction, how other results were going on the final? Is there any kind of final day memories, I suppose, as a player that spring to mind?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I have had the experiences long time ago now. You're testing me. But yeah, of course, I think the fans can let you know how the other results are going, can't they? And they can get it wrong as well. So no, but we'll just focus on what we're doing, and as I say to you, try and put pressure on Queen's Park by, you know, for instance, scoring an early goal. You know, try and get up in the game and try and put pressure on the other team, because I'm sure that'll filter through to them. And so we've got to try and start positively, get on the front foot, and try and get the fans behind us, you know, and try and get a positive start to the game and try and put a bit of pressure on Queen's Park.
How much confidence do you take from your last result against Morton away?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we beat them down there, didn't we? It's a tough place to go, as you know, a wee tight pitch, and they've got a long throw. I don't think the boys there this time, so but it'll still be a tough game. We take confidence that, you know, we can compete with the better teams in the division. So, but I think we've competed with all the teams in the division since we've been here. There's not been much in any of the games. Not the odd goal, I think. I think there's only one team. Actually, there's been 2 goals of different. I think it was Airdrie doing their plastic pitch. Every other game has been 1 goal in it. So hopefully that's on Friday and it's for us in our favour.
No, fair dues. And I mean, you were mentioning Aaron Doran. They're obviously a long servant to the club. How much of a blow is it to lose him at this crucial stage as well for such a long spell?
It is a blow because he's got into the team. He's doing so well, but it's a blow for the lad. He's a great fella, been a great servant, as he said. So, you know, he's got a bad one there. So hopefully he can get rehabbed and he can recover, you know. We wish him well.
That's all for me. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Morton are said to be a physical team, Duncan, as well, but they can knock the ball about with kind of accuracy as well, can't they? You know, but you've stood up to sides that play that way throughout the season.
Yeah, I think they've got they had that direct throw-in, didn't they, at their place particularly. You know, so you're always worried about kicking a ball out for throw-in because they're going to put it right on top of your goalkeeper. But that's no other game plan. You're right in saying that. They've got other attributes in their team, you know, so they can score goals. So, you know, they've got a good striker up there in Muirhead, who's second. He scored about 17 goals in all competitions. So they're a threat. They're you know, and they'll be wanting to come here and win. They're in 5th, and they can cement that position with a result, can't they? So no, we're expecting a tough game. But yeah, they're not just a physical team. They're a good team.
And you've said throughout the season, even when you were getting wins, you weren't moving higher than 8th, I think, you know. Right. But the standard throughout the championship, it was just like this morning, Arbroath last season finished 8th on 34 points. You can go to 42, so teams are having to work harder for every position this season.
Just my luck in it. The season I come here, you could have to go in a playoff at about 42, is that what you think? We win 42. So, but it's just the way it goes, isn't it? But it's very congested, isn't it? I mean, between 5th and 9th is nothing, isn't it? I think it's 4 points or something.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of points in that, is there? But unfortunately, we just can't. You know, we can't catch them now. But what we can do is we can make sure we can try and stay in the division by, you know, winning on Friday night and hoping that Airdrie pick up points against Queen's Park. But you're right. Look, I think I said the minute I came in that the top 3 teams were probably around about the best ones. I think Airdrie's just managed to sneak in there the last few months. I think we've won about 4 or 5 games back to back, which has got them in there. But I think everybody else, we're all the same, weren't we? And I think it proves with the points, to be honest. As you said, 42 points, and we could be going into a playoff.
And you've got some players out of contract at the end of the season. When do you start thinking about who you want to keep on for the next season? Is it after the campaign's over, or have you already made your mind up regarding that?
Well, I'd made my mind up, to be fair, about 4 or 5 months ago when I first came in. So the club have got my thoughts on that. So yeah, that'll be ongoing with the club. I think they'll, obviously because of the situation, I'm not sure how far down the line they are with the contract offers, but there certainly are. There are a lot of players out of contract. There's not many players in contract. We're certainly behind the curve a little bit on the recruitment as well, because, you know, we're still waiting to see how the season's going to pan out. So yeah, but yeah, the clubs know my thoughts on the players that we want to keep and what should be getting offered contracts, and I'm sure the club are either getting on with it or they'll be waiting to see where we are in the playoffs, or if we secure our position on Friday night.